So the biological classification, Aristotle was the first to describe it. Then then Linnaeus, he gives the two kingdom classification, that is Plantae and Animalia. So this one is Monera, Protista, Fungi, Plantae, and then Animalia. These are the five kingdoms: cell type, cell wall, nuclear membrane, body organization, mode of nutrition. Fungi is multicellular and loose tissue. Then Animalia, heterotrophic, holozoic, saprophytic, mode of nutrition, where fungi is also heterotrophic. Then in Monera there is diversification, that is autotrophic and heterotrophic too. R.H. Whittaker in 1969, a five kingdom classification, same Monera, Protista, Fungi, Plantae and Animalia. The main criteria was includes the cell structure, body organization, mode of nutrition, reproduction and phylogenetic relationships. Cell structure, body organization, mode of nutrition, reproduction and phylogenetic relationships. Then three domain system includes the Monera into two, and the living the lefts are in the eukaryotic kingdoms in the third domain. So two were of the Monera. Kingdom Monera, they are the abundant microorganisms, and Cocci bacilli, they have the spores, spirillum, they have the flagella, vibrio, different sets of bacteria. Bacteria structure is very simple, but they show the extensive metabolic diversity. Okay, then there is like the vast majority of they are heterotrophs. Archaebacteria, they are halophiles, thermoacidophiles and methanogens. Eubacteria, they are the true living bacteria. Then cyanobacteria, blue green algae, they are photosynthetic autotrophs. They are unicellular, colonial or filamentous. They form the blooms in polluted water bodies. This is the nostoc filamentous blue green algae heterocyst for nitrogen fixing mucilaginous sheath. And nostoc and anemona are the examples chemosynthetic autotrophs. They oxidize the inorganic substance such as nitrates, ammonia, and they play in the recycling nitrogenous, phosphorus, iron and sulfur. All the heterotrophic bacteria, they are involved in antibiotics, fixing nitrogen in legumes. Then there is cell wall, cell membrane, DNA. The nuclear, they divide through adapting a primitive type of DNA transfer from one bacterium to another. There are some bacteria that causes the diseases, like chlorella, typhoid, tetanus, citrus canker. These are the pathogenic bacteria. Mycoplasma, they completely lack cell wall, smallest living, and can survive without oxygen, and many they are pathogenic in plants and animals. Kingdom Protista, the boundary is not well defined. They are primarily aquatic, and being eukaryotic, they have the defiled nucleus and other membrane-bound organelles. They have the flagella and cilia. They both show asexually and sexually, involving the cell fusion and zygote formation. Chrysophytes, and then their dinoflagellates, euglenoids, slime molds and protozoans comes under the kingdom Protista. Chrysophytes includes diatoms and desmids, that is golden algae, live in the fresh water. They are the photosynthetic. Then they have the silica on their, so their walls are indestructible, not breakable. And they also show the diatomaceous earth. Being gritty, they use in the polishing, and diatoms are chief producers in the oceans. Then dinoflagellates, they are mostly marine and photosynthetic. They have the cellulosic plates. They most have the two flagella, longitudinally and transversely. Example is convulex, red dinoflagellates. Okay, toxins released by they kill the other animals. Euglenoids, majority these are the fresh water, present in the stagnant water. They are heterotrophs. So these are the euglenoids. And slime molds, these are saprophytic protists. They engulf and decaying twigs Under suitable conditions they form the plasmodium, and under unfavorable condition they differentiate into fruiting bodies and spores. The spores possess the true wall, but they generally don't possess any wall. And then the spores dispersed by air current. So these are the slim moles. Then there is protozoans. Protozoans includes the four major groups, that is amoeboid protozoans, flagellated protozoans, ciliated protozoans, and then there is sporozoans. Sporozoans, malaria, plasmodium. Ciliated protozoans, they have the cavity, that is gullet. Paramecium is the example. Flagellated protozoan, trypanosoma, it is a free living and parasitic, and they have the flagella, and they causes the sleeping sickness. And then there is the amoeboid protozoans, they move and they have the pseudopodia, that is false speed. Examples in amoeba, the marine forms have the silica shells on their example. Entamoeba, these are the parasites. So these are the protozoans. These are all the heterotrophs, and they are the primitive reproductors of animals. So these are the protozoans. This one is the paramecium, right? In kingdom fungi there is the four classes, that is Phycomycetes, Ascomycetes, then Basidiomycetes, then Deuteromycetes. Deuteromycetes, they are because imperfect fungi, because only asexual or vegetative phases are known. Asexual is can be present but is not known, so it can be moved to the then if they found the Basidiomycetes and Ascomycetes, and these are the decomposers. They help in the mineral cycling. Examples Alternalia, Coleotrichum, Trichoderma. In Basidiomycetes they are mushrooms, bracket fungi, puffballs. In Ascomycetes they are sac fungi and mostly multicellular, penicillium unicellular. Rarely is Saccharomyces, and they are separated decomposers, parasitic. Coprophilous, these are the Ascomycetes, and there is like Conidia is present in Deuteromycetes. Ascomycetes, they also have the conidia. Okay, these are the exospores, and Ascomycetes, they have the endospores in the ascus. Examples Aspergillus, Claviceus, Neurospora is extensively in genetic work, and morels and truffles are edible, they are delicious. Basidiomycetes, they are mushrooms, bracket fungi, puffballs. Okay, and ruts and smuts, ruts for wheat and smuts for I don't know. And asexual spores not found, but vegetative by fragmentation the sex organs are absent, plus plasmogamy occurs. Then Basidiomycetes, these are the exogenously, and Ascomycetes, these are the endogenously. The examples are on the Basidia are like arranged in fruiting bodies. Agaricus mushroom, Justilagus mud, and Puccinia, that is rust. Agaricus mushroom. In here example is Agaricus. So mucor is Phycomycetes. These are the type of algae. Aseptate, cynocytic, rest are all septate, and acenos. These are aseptate and cynocytic. These are all septate and branch. Okay, not cynocytic. And asexual by zoospores, planospores, and endogenously zygospore is formed by the fusion of two gametes. Isogamous similar gametes, and isogamous oogamous dissimilar. Example Rhizopus bread mold and albugo-parasitic fungi on mustard. So these are the Aspergillus. This is the mucus, Aspergillus, Ascomycetes, and this is Agaricus, that is mushroom. So there is also plasmogamy, karyogamy, and meiosis in zygote, and then fusion of two nuclei, that is karyogamy, plasmogamy. So an asexual reproduction is by spores, conidia, sporangiospores, and zoospores. Sexual reproduction is by oospores, ascospores, and basidiospores. Oospores, these are the sexual spores. Then saprophytes, parasites, lichens, mycorrhiza, symbiotes, all these includes in the kingdom fungi. Then there is in here you have septate or cross walls in their hyphae, and their cell walls made of chitin and polysaccharides also. Then some hyphae continuous tubes with multinucleate, these are cynocytic, and other have septa or cross walls. So cynocytic or either septa. So this is all, and they have the diversity in morphology and habitat, but in nutrition Monera has the diversity. Okay, it has the tooth stools and all that. So this is the kingdom fungi, and everything is sort out. And then there is a final kingdom, that is kingdom Plantae, and then Animalia. So all equal chlorophyll containing. So Plantae and Animalia, they are heterotrophic. They have the glycogen fat bodies. Plantae have the starch, and Cuscuta is a parasite. Venus flytrap and bladderwort, these are the insectivorous plants, so they can be partially heterotrophic as well. So this is the reason. And they have the cell wall mainly composed of cellulose, and they have the prominent chloroplast. They show the alternation of generation in all these, includes in the kingdom Plantae. And then kingdom Animalia, they have the holozoic. By ingestion of the food, that is holozoic, they have the storage body, glycogen and fat. They completely lack, they lack the cell walls. Okay, they are the heterotrophic eukaryotic organisms. They are multicellular. Okay, and all the sexual reproduction also take place by copulation of male and female, and embryological development seen in Animalia, not maybe in plants, not that. No, in plants as well there is the formation of embryological development. So viruses, virus, prions and lichens. So all these four terms, let's study. Like in five kingdom, they have no such places because they cannot be considered as a cell. Okay, these are then after there is the viruses are non-cellular organisms that are characterized by having inert crystalline structure outside the living cell. In here, like the TMV and the bacteriophage, this is the bacteriophage, head, collar, not tomato. TMV tobacco mosaic virus, that is RNA having the capsid, that is sheath, that is head and collar and all the tail fibers. So once they infect, they take the machinery of the cells. And then Dmitry Ivanovsky 1892, they discovered the mosaic disease of tobacco, and they're smaller than the bacteria, and they passes through the bacterial proof filters. MW Vijayarniki 1898, they extract the of the infected plants of tobacco, and they named the like viruses called the fluid as contagion vivum fluidum, infectious fluid. MW Stanley 1935, they crystallize the largely of the proteins. So the outside they have in the inert set. So viruses are obligate parasites. So in addition to proteins, like there are, it can be DNA or either DNA or not completely both of them. So no virus contain both DNA and virus. They are nucleoprotein. Genetic material is infectious. They can be single stranded. They infect the animals having either single or double stranded RNA or DNA in the plants. Okay, in the plants. Okay, in general viruses that infect plants. No, in animals they are all three types, but in plants only single stranded. So viruses or bacterioviruses or bacterioviruses that infect the bacteria usually have the double stranded DNA. The protein coat, capsomeres and capsids protects the nucleic acid, then helical and polyhedral. Then mumps, smallpox, herpes, influenza, all these causes the diseases like viruses. And then AIDS in humans is also caused by the virus. In plant, symptoms like mosaic formation, lip rolling, curling, and yellowing, and vein clearing, dwarfing, stunted growth. All this is caused by the viruses. Then virus in 1972, Teodina discovered the infectious agent. They are smaller than the virus, it was PSTD. Then it is a free RNA and a low molecular masses. Then prions, it is like neurogenical diseases, and then it is a abnormally folded proteins. And so this is similar in size to viruses. Okay, and the BSC causes and mad cow disease in cattle and CRJD in humans. So lichens, their association with the algae and fungi, and algal community is phycoband, fungal community is mycoband. So phycoband is autotrophic and mycoband is heterotrophic. So and also algae prepare food for fungi, and fungi provides the shelter and nutrients or water for its partner. So all this is like, you never know, the lichens exist and they are the good pollution indicators. They do not pollute and they do not grow in the polluted areas. So all this is summary in biological proposed by Aristotle based on the morphological criteria. Linnaeus 2 kingdom class in Plantae Animalia, Whitaker 5 kingdom class in Monera, Protista, Fungi, Plantae Animalia. The main criteria were the cell structure, body organization, mode of nutrition, reproduction, phylogenetic relationships. And then there is like bacteria included in Monera, bacteria cosmopolitan, Their most extensive metabolic diversity, autotrophic or heterotrophic, and protista include single-celled eukaryotes such as chrysobeid, dinoflagellates, euglenoids, limers, and protozoans. Protista have defined and other membrane-bound organelles. They produce asexually and sexually, and they have the show great diversity in structure and habitat. Then they are saprophytic of mode of nutrition. Then they show asexual. Phycomycia, Ascomycia, Basidia are the four classes. These are the classes. Under this kind of plant includes all eukaryotic chlorophyll containing and all that, like the plant chematophytic, and then there is the cell wall includes in the mode of nutrition is holozoic in animalia. They mostly by sexual reproduction, like are not included in the five kingdom classification. Okay, so this is done.